So it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
So it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Hi villains, and welcome to For the Love of Pomegranate podcast. So Aston Villa 2, LILLE 1. So a lot of talking was done in the team sheet tantrum about Villa potentially going there to protect a 1-goal lead, and we're going to see if Aston Villa can do it now as they concede late from a corner to pretty much scupper what was a good night for Aston Villa, but still is a good night considering we came out of it with the win, Paddy.
Yeah, well, you got to take the positives out of it. It was a tough watch at times. They are definitely a decent side, and they're going to give us a right rattle next week. So it's unfortunate that we've conceded that goal, especially in the manner we did, with nobody attacking the player, nobody marking the player. Very similar to our first goal, I suppose. But yeah, it's difficult one to take that one at the end. But I think over the course of 90 minutes, I think it's a fair result to come out of it with just one ahead. We probably would have been doing them a disservice if we were 2-0 up going into the second leg, because they were a much better side. And let's be honest, at half time they could have had 3 or 4 before half time, but for the magnificence of our amazing goalkeeper.
I think so too. Yeah, just to address a couple of things. A couple of people saying the coefficient took a massive hit tonight. As far as I'm aware, the Liverpool result, Liverpool not winning, doesn't deduct any points from us. And us winning and Leverkusen winning will probably even themselves out. So if we go win the second leg,
Leverkusen get a little bit more than we do for just the level of the competition.
Yeah,
so.
It's always going to rest on Dortmund and Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Both of those go out, and Man City and Arsenal go through. We're sitting pretty. That was always going to be the case. The Leverkusen was the cherry on top. The Leverkusen piece, it was cherry on top.
Yeah,
for sure. From Coefficient FC Watch, which we're all in. I think it's fair to say. So Paddy, we got a good start. Ollie Watkins with a header at the back post. I suppose if we're probably on For the Love of, trying to think of good LILLE player from past days, For the Love of Jonathan David, we call it in the moment podcast. We're probably saying sloppy marking should have been a free the opposite way for Morgan Rogers holding. Yet Ollie Watkins gets up and scores with a header, just like somebody said he would do.
Yeah, well, if we're going to be honest, I was completely baffled at the decision of Diego Carlos last weekend when he was literally slam dunked to the ground and no penalty given. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say what Morgan Rogers did was totally acceptable. It wasn't. There was blocking going on. But what is a penalty these days? Because I'm completely baffled at one that went on later on in the game when no ball was played and a man was played. So to me it was I was waiting on it to be disallowed. I obviously did jump up and then saw the replay and went, oh shit, VAR is going to check this and probably be done for blocking off the defender going attacking the ball. But look, the other side of it is well worked. He got there and took it well. Proper header down into the turf, no saving those, and great start.
Absolutely, and Ollie Watkins is just like, this is a seminal season for him. He's going to break all the scoring records from the point of view of single season scoring records. He's already got the most goals and assists ever in a season for Aston Villa, and just hats off to him. We look a poorer team without him in the side, and that's for sure. It's for absolute sure, and we'll talk about that later on. And then the night gets really, really good. Night gets really good later on with a brilliantly worked corner routine again. It looked like it wasn't meant, and this is funny because so I watched this. My better half was sitting on the other couch scrolling through her phone, and I made her stop looking at her phone to look at how the manipulation of the players in the box, the Lille players in the box, helped John McGinn to be able to bend it around him into the bottom corner. And I was trying to explain it. And I might as well have been trying to teach her German via Latin, as opposed to explain that he waits. The reason that we would do this, that you would do this, is that everybody shifts across. The goalkeeper is wrong sighted, and then when you bend it around the players, you should have a massive hole to aim for. But in this instance, he didn't, because one of the players checked their run, and actually, I thought on second viewing that it clipped one of their players and deflected in, but it was just a real banana shot, for want of a better word, and right in the bottom corner. Serious finish from John McGinn.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't even call it a banana shot. It was just manipulating the ball and passing it into the net and using the power that's already on the ball to direct it where he needed to go. And if you look at the slow down version of it, it goes, as you say, like a banana shot. The curve on the ball is absolutely phenomenal, considering he doesn't go and smash it. And if he'd have gone and smashed it, it probably would have ended up in row G to the left of the goal. So look. They are my kind of finishes. I love when a player passes the ball into the net, and that's exactly what he did tonight. And look, we are a different team with him in there. He is absolutely incredible, and boy, have we missed him for the last 3 games.
Yeah, and then was it after that? No, it wasn't. It was before that. Ollie Watkins picks up the ball in the box, and it's just a penalty. Like there's no if, buts, or maybes. It's a penalty. He's barged into from behind, and it's not like the Saka one where he flicks out a leg to catch the player from behind. He's just fouled, and it's 100% a penalty. And like, where are we going with regards to that stuff? Like that's a penalty.
No,
Yuri Tielemans gets booked. Yuri Tielemans gets booked for a hell of a lot less out the field later on.
Look, Yuri Tielemans got booked because the fella dived when he went in for a challenge. He was screaming before the ball was even kicked. He was screaming, and
Tielemans
the bollocks of a fucking linesman should have been going like this: dive, free kick, yellow card. But no, I'll just let this fucking idiot from Norway just give a yellow card for absolutely nothing. And then to make matters worse, McGinn gets fouled on the end line.
Yeah.
Goes down onto his knees after being clipped. Doesn't give it. Then the ball progresses 20 yards further, back up the pitch. McGinn fucking works his bollocks off to get back there, gets clipped exactly the same way, and then does give it. Like, just the mind boggles.
2 minutes beforehand, your man drags the jersey off Ezri Konsa almost. And then then Douglas Luiz has a tiny tug on a fella. Yellow card to Luiz. Really strange situations for yellow cards. I even thought Demi Martinez initially, he took ages after he got the yellow card. But I thought initially, I didn't think he was overzealous in that amount of time. But anyway, look, they're yellow cards that are, it's just frustrating to see them. It's frustrating to see, like Tielemans didn't literally just did not touch it. Like, there was no touch on him whatsoever. It's a complete another dive. And he gets a yellow card for it. And I failed to see what the referee has seen there. But look, it's one of those. But going back to the penalty, it's just a penalty. Like, there's no clear and blue glasses there. It's a penalty. Like, if VAR look at it and they're going, no penalty, you're going, there's no attempt to play the ball. He literally just backs into him.
What he gave a yellow card to Yuri Tielemans for, and he doesn't give that penalty. I'm sorry. He has no business being in the fucking shitty league in fucking Norway, let alone on the European stage. The whole thing is a fucking farce. And why they insist on backing these fuckers up. Do you know the worst part was that Emi Martinez had an opportunity to get the ball go to play. If me in this day and age lets the ball go to play now go and check that. But no, the whole thing is an absolute fucking farce. They're useless. Every league throughout the fucking world can't get it right. Nobody knows what's a handball. Nobody knows what's a penalty anymore. Like we saw when the Wolves at the weekend, if a fella has his hand out like that and he handles the ball and the penalty to West Ham. But when West Ham did it to us, he was pointing at someone, so it's not a penalty. Yeah. Like what? Like the double standards is absolutely fucking incredible.
Making everything subjective as opposed to objective is just like it blows my mind. You know, if the rule is there, like people reading the things into the rules, it all goes back to the Odegaard handball as well back ages. Look, we spoke about this previously. We'll go down a rabbit hole here, and I'll only raise your blood pressure anyway by talking about it. Look, it is what it is. Referee 2 out of 10 today, 1 out of 10 maybe. It just should have been a penalty, and that's the long and the short of it. But
yeah.
Villa still win tonight. They win 2-1, and I thought Villa's first 11 went out there, gave it all, and played really, really well. And I think we look really coherent. But I'm going to say, Paddy, every one of the players that came off the bench today looked really off it. I thought that's my only criticism, my only down point in the game today is that the players who came off the bench, they did not have the same effect that the likes of Kabea or the Yazici had for like the Turkish guy Yazici that came on. I called him out before the game, just a fine player, real good firepower. I think he crosses the ball in for the goal, and then he nearly pings one into the back of the net. Then Emi Martinez lets go. They had way more input. They way more of a change of pace coming off the bench, and our guys who came off the bench didn't really get to the pace of the game at all, and that was just the most disappointing part for me.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be going too hard on Timur Bunum or John Duran because they were very late in the game, but Moussa Diaby definitely didn't get into the game, and neither did Nicola Zaniolo, and that's like I don't know why he took off Morgan Rogers because I thought he was excellent throughout the game.
Yeah, me too.
And I would have left Ollie Watkins on as well because the game wasn't done and dusted as we saw. We with the 2 subs that come on, they scored with basically the next play that they had after Young Tim and John coming on. So, look, it's you can pinpoint stuff till the cows come home. The moral of the story is, I think we've got away with one here. I think we're lucky to be in here at 2-1. The amount of shots.
I genuinely don't.
The amount of shots they had when you were talking about the
shots that didn't go in the back of the net.
Man of the match being the goalkeeper, with a better striker, I think, or a better finisher, or even if there is such a thing against Emi Martinez, because he's just a machine. And then the one that was offside, he lets in the one that he probably should have saved, the one that was marginally offside. Let's say he certainly didn't look at it in real time, or even in the until they drew the lines, he didn't look offside. Let's say, but. Look, when you can see that many chances, something is gonna stick at some stage, and I for one am very happy that it's only 2-1 because it could have been a whole lot worse.
Lads, I'm not buying into this negative harsh shit that we've done. Not you, Paddy. No, I'm just saying it. I'm getting it off my chest. I'm fucking Johnny Positive, and I'm not fucking apologizing to anyone for it. We can talk about fucking shots they had that didn't go into the net all day long, and we can all sit here and feel fucking sorry for ourselves. We've won 2-1. We're in the fucking European quarterfinal, and we're going to go to Lille, and we're going to progress out of this as well. And guess what? We're going to get fucking 5th place, and the coefficient isn't binned, and the coefficient will be fucking fine because Champions League is going to save us there as well. I am literally going to bed tonight with a smile on my face. You guys I'm not telling anyone else out the fan. I'm just not apologizing for being really, really positive about this.
You be as positive as you like. Go ahead.
I can be exactly, Paddy, and you can be as feeling we can get away with it as long as I like, as long as you like as well. I'm saying I'm happy as a pig in shit here. If you think we got away with it, I think great. We're still 2-1 up. I couldn't give a shit. There's no medals given out for shots that were saved, lads. Not a fucking medal in the world is given out for a shot that's saved.
Well, there are. Because he won a World Cup with a shot.
Who's getting a medal tonight for the shot that's saved?
Well, he won a World Cup by saving shots. And it was his.
You know
save
what I'm talking about when you said we got away with one. What medal did Lille get tonight for the shots that were saved by Emi Martinez?
Well, they're still in the game. That's their medal. The medal is they're still in the game.
So if we were 2-0, if we went in 2-0 up here, would you be saying we still got away with
it? Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I bet you wouldn't.
The moral of the story is that 7 shots on target, there are 4.
Yeah, and one of them went in the back of the net. Ollie Watkins, next time Ollie Watkins has 5 shots saved in a game, he's not shit in that aspect. In that instance, then I'm just trying to make a like.
Has he ever had 5?
I bet you he has. Actually, he did against Brentford. I remember we did a statistical analysis when it was Ings or Watkins. And I remember going back to Brentford because Watkins had a better, or Ings had a better chance creation. It wasn't Watford, it was Brentford. The game that Aaron Danks took. and Ings scored all the goals, and he had like 7 or 8 shots saved that day. Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is, lads, we gotta enjoy fucking times like this. We gotta be we gotta be positive about this. Like, we won 2-1 against Lille, and they're no mugs. And this is what I was saying before the game as well. We're in the situation where we're afraid we're going to lose it all, and we're afraid to be fucking happy when something goes our way. And this isn't you, Paddy. I'm saying this to this is exactly how I feel about the whole thing. You know,
I couldn't give a shiny shite. What do you think about my opinion?
Paddy, no, you're taking offense when I'm saying I'm not saying it about you. So please stop taking offense.
And I'm telling you not to mention me because I don't care. I don't care.
Then you don't need to tell us. You don't need to tell us you don't care if you don't care. That's fine. I'm saying we got to stay positive, and we got to be positive, because fucking good things are happening to this club. It feels like someone's dog got kicked tonight in a lot on Twitter and stuff like that, and that's fine. Feel whatever way you want to feel, but I'm not going to be here to tell everyone that the fucking dog is dead. The dog isn't. The dog is well alive. He's outside. He's eating his dinner, and he's going to be fine tomorrow. He's going to be fine next week as well. And a 2-1 win against Lille is a good result. Yeah. It's a good result. And I
think our dog was kicked, though, and I'm allowed to say I think our dog was kicked, and our dog was kicked at the weekend as well.
Paddy, you're taking offence. You're taking offence to me being positive. It's incredible.
I'm fighting back because there's people.
Why are you biting back? Why do you need to fight back?
People want to feel down if they can feel down, and that's.
And what did I say? I don't give it. Yeah, I said people can feel exactly the way they want to. Yeah. I'm just saying that I'm positive.
Well, I'm glad you're positive, because I am worried about next Thursday.
Be worried all you want, and be worried about the week after, and worry your head off for all you want. Yeah. And that's like the thing here is that if you can't enjoy the good times, then what is the point? And I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, but these good times could change very, very quickly.
Yeah, are these good times get better, Paddy?
It would be great to get players back on the pitch.
As you said, if my auntie had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah,
we
need to get more. We need to get players back on the pitch, which we can't do. So we're struggling. We are struggling at the moment.
Right. So we're going to go to Lille, or we're going to lose.
Did I say that?
No, but what would you what's the best thing that could possibly come out of just being negative about it right now?
I'm just telling you my emotions right now.
Yeah. And that's fine. We've heard it. I was telling you my emotions. Then you said, "I come here, I'm biting back." No one needs to bite back. That's the thing.
Well, you have one opinion, I have another opinion, and I'm giving my opinion on behalf of the people who have the other opinion. You're talking about the opinion on Twitter. I wouldn't even open Twitter on a night like tonight other than to put my opinion there. I wouldn't read anybody else's opinion, because people talk absolute bollocks when you lose anyway, and that's fine. They can do that if that's what they want to do, because you say we don't tell people how to be a fan. That's fine. But I just stay away from it. But in my head, we got away with one tonight. Next week is going to be really, really tough. And my overriding emotion is I'm happy that we are 2-1 ahead, because we don't deserve to be 2-1 ahead. That is the final story.
Absolutely fine. And for everybody here, I'm saying Neil believes in Santa and all that, absolutely fine. I've no problem with that, lads. I've been positive. Back in 2019, I was doing podcasts when Villa were 7 points adrift or whatever they were, saying we're going to stay up. It's always been me. If this is different, if me being positive and wanting to always wanting to think positive about it is different or difficult for anyone, hey, just go back and listen to the podcast back in 2019. I will always think that things are in a good spot. I will always think that things are going to go well. The dog hasn't been kicked. The dog, as I said, is outside eating the dinner, and he's absolutely fine. And I said this beforehand. I said it beforehand. A 1-0 lead, we can take a 1-0 lead to Lille. So if I was to say anything different now, I'd be hypocrite. Plus the fact that I don't believe that we can't go to Lille and protect the 1-0 lead. I think that we can go to Lille and we can score, and I think that we can get a result out in Lille. That's it. And as I say, for those who love it, for those who think tonight is an absolute abomination, I think it's an abomination. But when we win 2-1 in a European quarterfinal, like they are good days. It's only the 5th one we've ever had, and we're in this tie massively in this tie. Anyway, we have Arsenal at the weekend, and I don't know whether I'm going to be around to do a preview. So There will be a preview, I presume, at some stage, but I don't know whether I'm going to be around to do it. And this is Paddy. I don't know if Paddy's going to be around to do it. I should have asked him this before we were before we came on.
Yeah. Well, I'll be around to do it. I'm around tomorrow night if it needs to be done.
I'm not. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But we can chat about that afterwards. We can chat about that afterwards. But I suppose the biggest thing is, look, we will be around for the game anyway for Team Sheet Tantrum, because I think the team is probably going to be changed. And I think that it's probably going to be, I think it's going to be changed for the Arsenal game. Whether we get a result there at the weekend or not is a completely different story. But we will be back for Team Sheet Tantrum and for a post-match for Arsenal on Sunday. And I hope you guys will join us for that as well. But Aston Villa 2, Lille 1, we motor on in European Cup, in European Conference League, should I say. And we also have Premier League in the horizon. And let's see where the rest of this week, this journey takes us. But we will see you on...
Just to finish it off, we end the night in a much better place than West Ham do, and a much better place than Liverpool do. So count our blessings. We're all here. We're all Villa fans. We can be fans however we'd like to be, and we're in a positive position. Albeit, I'm allowed to be nervous. And on to Sunday, where I'm going to be even more nervous.
No one said you weren't. As I said, and I'm about, Jesus, I get caught off on names inside here in the chat. Anyway, we'll see you later, lads. Mind yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy, and all that's left to say is up to Villa.